Hey, welcome to Roasted-Newt. I'm Michael. I'll be your reader for the next 10 minutes or so. Today, I'd like to start with talking about how have you noticed how it seems like real, true emotions are sort of slowly being phased out of us? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't feel as much emotion when it comes interacting with people. I more feel a bit of cheap laughter and a bit of a giggle, but I don't feel any like feelings. I don't know if that's because I'm on medication or if that's actually happening, but I sort of noticed that the only really emotions we're expressing is like a bit of cheap laughter. And I feel that's because um, subconsciously we don't really fully trust anyone or trust each other. And that's because usually when we show a vulnerable part of ourselves, that's when people just go and stab you where it hurts. You know, as soon as you show them the soft spot, they stab you metaphorically. You know, metaphysically, and it's sad, but I don't know. Are emotions real? Are they logical? What are emotions? Emotions are energy in motion, but it seems like I've just got. I guess I've got to go back and listen to some good classic old songs, like some Roy Orbison or something, to get some real feeling. Because I feel like the more modern things and computerized things get, the less feeling we have. I don't know. Let me know if you resonate with that or not, and what your thoughts are. Um, but yeah, I don't 100% really trust anyone, man. But I kind of I trust the people that I love and like my friends and family, but um, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm more trying to talk about feelings and emotions. How I can tell you one thing actually. It's been proven and scientifically proven that over the years and decades, we've been using less and less different colors for things like in media, cars. Like cars are more just the same kind of colors these days, and it's actually like sad that everything's going all grey and sludgy like that movie Equilibrium. If you haven't seen the movie Equilibrium, check it out. It's really cool. It's a futuristic movie where they try and get rid of all the art and media and music and just have everyone not feeling emotions. I think that's kind of what's happening. Uh, but this, now that we're aware of this, like it's trying to teach us something. I don't know. I do believe that like everything happens for a reason and everything is trying to teach us a lesson. And I do believe that like almost every soul or human being on this planet is on this planet in a way to be punished, but also to be rehabilitated, because I believe that a lot of us in previous lifetimes we were given a lot of power and ability, and we probably abused that power because and now we've got like a lot of growing and learning to do and karma to pay off, because um, that's why we're suffering, because we could have caused a lot of suffering in a different dimension when we were abusing our power, but we didn't know any better because we were naive. But I definitely feel like my soul has learnt and grown a lot in the time I've been alive here. So it's all about not making the same mistake twice, or learning not to make those mistakes again, and really learning not to hurt people, but still sticking up for yourself, because you're always going to have rivals and enemies and people that don't like you, but you just got to stick it to them by doing your best and being as successful as you can, you know? But yeah, it's all about mental. So the universe. I read this book called the Kybalion, and it's a philosophy book by uh, based on hermetic or something teachings. But they reckon that the universe is like mainly mental. It's a mental thing. So this is all happening in our head, but also in the mind of the universe. And that just makes me think that we're always going to be subject to things that we can't control. And but if you can learn to trust it, eventually it's going to work for you. You know what I mean? But this has given us a lot of mental knowledge and mental stability. Like, kind of like when a plant is growing out in the outside, the wind will test it and push it around, but it actually strengthens it. So all this craziness and mental bullshit has actually strengthened our minds and given us the ability to function in the world. And now we know what we're doing. Um, that's kind of making me think that the natural occurring things that happen in this world, it's kind of has some kind of intelligence behind it. Um, some people will disagree, but I believe that, uh, like I said, it all happens for a reason. And the better person you are, the less trouble you'll get into. Like if you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find trouble. But if you're avoiding trouble, you're usually gonna avoid trouble. Yeah, you know what I mean. And everything in nature has its place. Everything is basically designed to regulate something else. So, um, you know, um, and everything is designed to be there for something else and to help something else do something. Like, the flies are there to be food for other things that are there to be food for other things that help other things germinate, and the wind helps the seeds spread. The rain waters the plants. Everything works together here. And humans were meant to be the caretakers of the planet, but often we've become the destroyers as well. But I do believe that it's like all part of our evolution. So we have to go through a dark age to have a golden age again. So I wouldn't worry too much. I'd just be aware of what's happening and know what's going on and keep a stable mind and just remember your experience and what you've learnt from your experiences. Might pull another card and see what happens. Yeah, it's all about strengthening your mind. Um, Without the mind, man, like we wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but everything in nature, human beings, usually generally feel the same kind of way. Like we all have fears, we all have doubts. We all have hopes and dreams, and um, but yeah, it's all about mental energy today because I've got three swords cards and one major arcana card. So mental knowledge, mental stability, mental perseverance, and knowing. So yeah, you may know something. It's kind of like the general population may not be ready to hear what you know to be true, but if you just put that information out there somewhere, eventually they're going to come around and discover it and realize you were telling the truth. That's all I've got for today. If this message resonated with you in any way, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more. See you later.